What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is Austin, our broadcast coming to you live from not sunny, actually, very gloomy, New York, also known as Mumdanistan. We're live and alive, everybody, from Mumdanistan. I keep coming back here so much. It's like my home away from home, you know? Oh yeah, Mike from Taiwan had a good lock here. Yeah, Cold Force, it seems, was he might have been a straight up Sex Destiny fan, unironically. Yeah, this is a Ukraine-Israel kind of guy, I think. Yeah, he's a Brianna Poo fan as well, I know, which was really funny because Brianna Wu was the one who was chirping, being like, he's definitely a Free Palestine guy. I bet $1 million he's Free Palestine. Cold Force retweets Brianna Wu. My position on Gaza is nuanced. My position on what's happening to Jews at home is not. This is no different than the KKK, setting fire to crosses in black people's yards in my home state of Mississippi. Yeah, it turns out this guy was a Brianna Wu fan who quote retweeted Brianna Wu comparing the Free Palestine movement to the Klan. He was a fan of yours, Chad haters. Yeah, no, he was. He was a fan of all my fucking haters. He was pro-Israel to the fucking bone, by the way. Anyway, not that it fucking matters, because obviously the truth doesn't matter, and people are still running with the fact that this guy who literally fucking hated me was exactly the type of liberal that despises me, that ironically was talking about how violent my rhetoric is these past couple of weeks because they're pro-Israel. They're Israel first liberals. It is unfucking believable. Here, let's take a look. This fucking moron, another Sex Destiny orbiter, is straight up lying on the fucking timeline. Straight up lying on the timeline. The recent shooter was a Hasanoid, by the way. Nah, he hated Hassan. He was a fan of your circle. Why wouldn't you just own this revolutionary action against the bourgeoisie? Why are you straight up lying about this, says Andrew Mercado? I'm sorry, are you fucking taking Ben Shapiro's side here? You're an R-worded communist. Don't appear under my tweets again. Straight up saying he'd rather be aligned with Ben Shapiro than someone like myself. I wasn't going to do this, okay? I wasn't going to fucking unleash the faucet of true information about the shooter's background. But if there's anyone who this shooter had sympathies towards, it's you fucking idiot. It's your ilk. It's your radical centrist, pro-Israel Democrat ilk that this shooter was a major fan of. The classic Ukrainian flag in the bio slammed next to the Israeli flag in the bio type liberal that we've all seen on the fucking timeline, many of which who have actually deleted at least the Israeli flag from their bios in shame, even though they still hold tremendous sympathy. I said, not only did the shooter retweet criticism of me claiming I was promoting antisocial behavior on his way to kill the president, he also was a major supporter of pro-Israel liberals who spent the last 2 months claiming I was fomenting violence, Lamau, which is, once again, 100% true. Look, Cold Force, red triangles may as well just write bot in their username. I refuse to believe they are all real, and that's stupid. He's talking about red triangle in the pro-resistance Twitter. Retweeting no opinion. The Palestine protesters are, functionally speaking, Republicans. Retweeting Elon A. Levy, the spokesperson for the Foreign Ministry of Israel at the time of his retweeting. This fake report literally sparked riots. Irresponsible reporting costs lives. Retweeting Olivia Giuliana. It isn't inappropriate behavior. It's rape. He's a rapist. He's a child rapist. Again, correct statement from Olivia Giuliana that's being retweeted by Cold Force here. But retweeting Brianna Wu. My position on Gaza is nuanced. My position on what's happening to Jews at home is not. This is no different than the KKK. Talking about the pro-Palestinian cause, equating the pro-Palestinian cause to the fucking Klan. Do you feel like this guy was a fan of mine? Or do you feel like this guy is literally one of the people that was unironically claiming that I was fomenting revolutionary violence in this fucking country for the past 3 months, or at least for the past 2 months? Guess what? We don't need to speculate because he literally did quote retweet someone saying I was a fucking grifter who has no sincere beliefs, who just wants to to promote antisocial behavior on his way to kill the fucking president. So I know exactly who this guy is because I've been dealing with exactly this guy for the past fucking 3 months. Retweet at Brianna Wu. America having the most lethal military on earth is why your superior Western values win and not a theocracy and autocracy. Retweeting Dylan Burns. Ukraine's breaking the Russian naval blockade is one of the least covered victories of the war. Okay, that one is fine. That's like, not that crazy. It took 1 second of me hearing this motherfucker's voice from a 2017 news hit to know that this guy was one of those like radical centrist liberals. I'm sorry, but I'm not just going to give up. Retweeting Troubleman90, another one of my ops. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give up on the last 85 years of civil rights and put my voting rights in jeopardy because 1% of the population of Michigan is upset over a decades-long conflict on the other side of the world that has nothing to do with me or my community. Yes, idiot, 1,000% yes. Simply voting would have saved this man. 6 conservatives on the Supreme Court refused to stop the execution or explicitly because y'all didn't vote. Harm reduction voter, maximum harm reduction voter. Adam Schiff barely beat his Republican opponent in the primary. I do not have confidence that he can win this seat in November. Therefore, I'm calling for Adam Schiff to step out of the race and allow party insiders to pick a new Senate nominee. Like, he was a massive Troubleman90 fan. What does Troubleman90 have to say? Virtually every single person that has been handshaking with the Republicans for the past 3 months almost now, claiming that I am responsible for the political violence of this country. This guy was your guy. This guy was a major fan of you. He was retweeting all of your fucking tweets. What do you say to that? He fucking hated me. He hated me. He loved you and he hated me. What the fuck do you have to say about that now? Huh? Unlike you, on the other hand, I don't think you are the reason why he did this thing, okay? Because I'm not a fucking asshole and I'm not a fucking idiot. But it's unbelievable that there are still people out there. Unbelievable that there are still people out there trying to be like, oh, this guy was a Hasan fan, leaning into the fucking right-wing Republican propaganda. This is the guy. He was fucking retweeting nonstop. Here's a video of Hasan saying Kamala and Trump are the exact same. Notice how passionate he is. You truly believe this deep in his heart evil. Yeah, on the issue of Gaza. Sucks to suck, but it's fucking true. Yeah, Destiny's community is now saying the attempt is based since they can no longer claim he was one of yours. Yeah, because these guys don't give a shit about anything. They don't care about anything. They're not serious political actors. All they care about is doing Gamergate-style disparagement campaigns against one person, me. That's it. That's all they give a fuck about. I know it sounds insane, but that's all this is. It blows my fucking mind, but that's literally all it is. Retweeting Kraut, even Kraut, the guy that people keep saying gave himself, like castrated himself or something, and then blamed tankies. I don't even know what that means. I remember in 2017, everyone was just like, oh, he won't be that bad. I was one of them. And then he was even worse. I mean, he was fucking tapped into the centrist libtard Twitter. Like, he was tapped the fuck in. If you're retweeting random irrelevant former Nazi fucking now turned reactionary liberal content creators, if you're retweeting them, like, you're out of your fucking mind. You can make out the $1 million check to The Nation magazine. Thank you for your attention to this matter. A, this is a screenshot. B, do you understand this was back when I believed your side lies? Don't make me defend and own the things I've said. I don't defend this. I educated myself and changed my mind after October 7th. This tweet is from 2024. Please make the arrangements to send $1 million check to The Nation. Oh my God. Brianna Wu is unbelievably disingenuous and so fucking stupid. Yes, Brianna Wu is so fucking stupid that she's trying to say that her tweet equating pro-Palestinian protesters, campus protesters of the Klan is actually a pro-Palestinian tweet. Think about how fucking insane these people are. One of their guys goes out and tries to assassinate the president, and they're like, yeah, this must still be the radical left. These liberals fully admit they only care about you. What is this? I've been pretty clear about what I think about Piker's rhetoric, and I have mentions to prove it, but I do have an important observation about Piker. He's not the president of the United States. He's a Twitch streamer 80% of Americans haven't heard of. It's not the same. 100% agree. The reason I talk so much about Hasan is because I can't change the evil shit Trump does, but I can bully Hasan Piker and make him sad. So I engage in the activity that allows me to have a quantifiable positive impact in the world. Dude, you have to have zero self-reflection if you thought that posting this would somehow make you look cool or good. That's unbelievable. This is the most pathetic tweet I've ever fucking read in my entire life. You just openly admitted that you obsess over me because you have no fucking power. You recognize your powerlessness with the hopes that it might actually make me sad. Why would it make me sad? I'd be mad as hell if I looked like a Faz baby too. Oh my God. I mean, yeah, he not only behaves like a toddler acting out, but he also looks like a toddler. That's a crazy thing. It's not going to work, buddy. It's not going to work. You are not even remotely the most consequential hater that I have. They don't think it's loser shit to do this. 1K likes, they're just smelling each other's farts. Yeah, but that's not even reaching like any salience here. This is not reaching any prominence either. Also, yeah, when you look like this, when you behave like this, you can't really bully anybody. Why do you want to be a bully anyway? I guess this is your opportunity to try and bully someone on the internet. I don't know. It's very strange, but I got bigger fish to fry here. I got fucking more consequential people to deal with, like the motherfucking entire Republican Party's media apparatus or an entire country's propaganda apparatus, the country of Israel. Well, I guess the country of America too, let's be real. Republican media is literally fucking state media, so that does make sense. To the liberals who come in here, who are hate watching, like please use all of the anger, angst, animosity you have towards more productive goals, okay? Goals that will help you out in the long run. Lean into political organizing, go outside. Please, Jesus Christ. Why is there no community note for Benny? That's a lie, but hey, if you curse a lot, maybe people won't notice that you promote stealing, murder, terrorism, and communism from your multi-million-dollar mansion while zapping your dog. Yeah, he got fucking ratioed into oblivion. He was butthurt. Ben Shapiro posted this over Bernie Sanders' tweet. So I said, a literal terrorist credited you for his radicalization, you fucking loser, which is true. And then he went, you zap your dog. Yeah, this guy, Evan, responds, you'd rather ally with Ben Shapiro than a communist? Unironically, yes. Because unlike the people further to the right of Ben, like Jack Posobiec or Libs of TikTok or any of the ride or die Trump dick suck, Shapiro is not nearly as toxic as any communist or anarchist or tanky or left populist or whatever. That's it. He doesn't realize what he's admitting here, but this is not actually favorable. You will never be able to convince a Barbara or a Deborah of this reality. Go talk to any white suburbanite Barbara or Deborah over the age of 65 that's a lifelong Democratic Party voter or recent Democratic Party voter that the Antifa guys, the guys that wear the black masks that go after neo-Nazis and whatnot, or the pro-Palestinian crowd are not their allies, but Ben Shapiro is, and watch their reaction. Those Barbaras and Deborahs will load up socks filled with batteries and beat you to death with it, okay? What the fuck are you talking about? These people unironically have real smoke for the Republican Party. The idea that you could just convince them that you have better allegiances with a goddamn fascist like Ben Shapiro, a pro-Israel fascist like Ben Shapiro, over people like myself who have not only worked alongside Democrats their entire fucking lives, but still continue to do so, is unbelievable. You have lost your fucking mind. You are engaging in Hassan derangement syndrome. That's what it is. You only arrive at this conclusion if your brain is poisoned by what you see online. I think some of these people are unbelievably unsalvageable. They've lost their dang minds so much. They've received an unlimited amount of like Hassan Piker is the most evil person on the planet style of commentary. And therefore, it's impossible for them to think clearly on this issue. They're just meat riding into oblivion, not realizing that they don't have any fucking coalition in the liberal side. I don't think these guys understand that. I don't think these guys understand where the actual population is. I don't think they understand where the resentments are for the independents. They think that if they present someone like myself in the worst light, that liberals will hate me and therefore hate the things I stand for, like Medicare for all, being anti-Israel, free college, like Bernie-style left populism. That's not going to happen. You might get a couple of them, you might convince a couple of them that I'm a bad person, but their attitude is not going to change. That's why Grant Plattner is fucking popping off in Maine right now, because Grant Plattner embodies all of those qualities, right? Grant Plattner is a candidate that is doing all that. Abdul El-Sayed is a candidate that is doing all that. And that's part of the reason why this kind of smear campaign, where I'm associated with people like Abdul El-Sayed, is not actually hurting the chances of these candidates. It's actually improving their standing. Because even with all of the negative pushback, even with all of the smears, it doesn't matter. People still go, hey, a lot of these people are yelling at this person because, he's anti-Israel. I'm anti-Israel too. I've heard this kind of attack over and over again. I'm going to vote for the guy who's anti-Israel, who's like sincere on this issue. Do you think the smear campaign is successful? Fuck no. Do you think it's successful? You think it's bad that fucking Fox News is making me the poster boy of like the American left? saying I'm a dangerous person? No, of course not. There's tremendous negative polarization against Fox News when they fucking constantly posterize me every single day of the week. You think liberals that see that are going to be like, well, I agree with Fox News? No, of course not. Most liberals are not that insane. The ones that actually see the Fox News coverage and go, see, even Fox News is agreeing with me and presenting it as a positive are people who are brain broken, who think that like that liberals will see the Fox News coverage and go, wow, I guess I agree with Fox News. It's not going to work it doesn't work that way. It does the opposite. Some of the people who say you incite violence are calling the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooter based. Yeah, because they realize it's one of their guys. That's it. If the White House Correspondents' Dinner was a Hassan head, they would have been running around talking about how dangerous and how violent of a figure I am in American politics, because the people that do this don't have any real politics. Their politics just revolves around the personal envy and angst and animosity of their favorite sex pest cult operating streamer, Destiny. Many of these guys are just orbiters of Destiny, even after it came out in a fucking civil court case that he was procuring child sexual abuse material. These guys have not given up. A guy who can't even take care of his own son, whose own son came out as a fucking neo-Nazi, is supposedly converting young men. Get the fuck out of here. He's not converting them to anything. He's converting them into being his personal cult slaves. It's a nihilistic cult. Also, he tried to fight the courts calling him a pedo and was denied by the judge. I haven't even been following up on this.